Back to Design with Navaz. In this video we will be exploring how to bring our design to life by doing some light prototyping with Figma. This is a really introductory video. If you're super advanced, you might learn something, and if you're a total beginner, hopefully this will be helpful to you. I've already got a couple of screens that I've created here, and I'll link this down below or in a card up on the screen so that you can follow along here if you want to, or use your own design. And what we're going to do is flick over to the right hand side of the Figma panel, and we're going to click prototype next to design. Once we click prototype, start hovering over the elements that we've got on our frames. They're lighting up blue for us, and there's this little dot next to it as well. And so this is what we're going to do to connect our dots together across the screens, to make them clickable, and to also make Figma understand how we want to transition between the app and so on. And so what I'm going to do here is we're going to start off with the sign up button. I'm going to press this little white dot next to the sign up button and drag it so it connects to the next frame. So click, drag, and let go once it connects to that next frame and that next frame is highlighted. It automatically works out that if I go back, it's going to go back to that previous frame, so which is pretty cool. And we can see this little box has popped up. It's asking us to just confirm the transitions, the navigations that are going to happen once we complete this prototyping. So what we can do is change this animation to push. I think that looks cool. It's going to ease out over seconds. Maybe we'll have it transition, push up. I think that's kind of fun. All right, let's do that. And what I'm going to do is flick back to design really quick and just add in one more thing. So back and another back here, and with both of them make them that, and we're just going to make them purple, bold and underlined. Awesome. And let's just align that to the center of the page, and we're just going to align that to the center of the page and align that to the center of the page. Awesome. So that now we can prototype it. So flicking back to the prototyping, we can click back and we can drag that and connect it to the previous frame, and we're going to do the same with the next back, but we do want to connect it to the first frame because the first flow is a sign in flow and the second one is a sign up flow. So connecting that back to the first frame as well. Awesome. With sign in, we will probably want to connect it to one more frame, so I'm just going to add one more frame using the design tab. iPhone 8, welcome to Happy Greens. I'll just leave it at that so that we can see kind of what that looks like. Let's add some more components as well. So I'm going to add a rectangle by pressing R on the keyboard, and hopefully that just looks like some content on this page. And I'm going to click and drag across them so that we can evenly space them out. Awesome. And let's make these purple, I guess, and add some effects to them. Actually, let's make them white, and then add effects to add a little bit of shadow. It's usually the shadow that I go for. Awesome, that looks great. Okay, so back to the prototyping tab. We're going to press sign in, and we're going to connect sign in to this final screen here, and sign up also to this final screen here. And I think that's looking pretty good. All right, so now what we can do is press this play button in the top right hand corner, and this should automatically find that first screen that you have prototyped and start creating your prototype from there. So now when we click on this screen anywhere except for those two buttons, we're going to see what is clickable, pulse blue. So this helps you keep track of what you need to click next. We can actually see the cursor is also changing into be a clickable cursor, which is awesome. Cool. So you might click sign in and we end up on this page, and to go back we're going to have to press back on the keyboard, and if you press back we should go straight back to that initial page, and it's done that, which is looking great. And I think we didn't prototype sign in, but so this will open a new tab. So if you do want to go back to your design, you'll have to close this tab, which is this one, and then you'll get back to your design. Let's also connect this sign in to here, and I think sign up might have been in the wrong spot. All right, so this is a great example of how to fix it. So if something goes wrong with your prototyping, simply grab the end of the arrow or close to the end of the arrow and just drag it to the right screen, and it'll snap straight on, and you're good to go. and then we can press play again and it should update pretty much instantly, which is really great. And now if I click sign in, it's taking me to the sign in flow. It's telling me that I can then sign in, and it's taking me to the home screen. And that's the basics of prototyping with Figma. It's super, super easy. There is a lot more fun stuff that you can do with interactions, swapping out frames and making it seem like when you click something, it changes state instead of making new screens every single time. But this is the easiest thing that you can do to get started. Otherwise, I do encourage you to play with all the buttons with prototyping. It's super easy, super fun, and I think it's a great way to visualize your design, or if you're sharing it with a friend, really help them see it come to life. Otherwise, it's kind of hard to just look at screens and try and understand what's going on.